Hello and welcome to your collective worship session today. My name's Kim. I work for a charity called Warrington Youth for Christ and I'm a youth worker in your school. And today we're going to be talking about the topic of hope. So, as always, we're going to start by playing a game, and the game we're going to play today is called What Happens Next. I'm going to show you some videos, and I want you to vote on what you think happens next in the clip.
It's over. Support from Andy Reid. He's done well. Threatening here from...
So what happens next? Number 1, the player goes to shoot, completely misses the ball and falls over. Number 2, the goalkeeper clears the ball and scores a goal at the other end of the field. Or number 3, the player shoots, but the ball deflects off a beach ball on the field and goes in the net. So I want you to stand up if you think it's number 1. I want you to put your hands on your head if you think it's number 2. And put your hands in the air if you think it's number 3.
The Stadium of Light erupts. It's the man in form who strikes the first blow.
It looks as though he's going for the green, 115 yards.
What happens next? Number 1, the golfer falls in the lake. Number 2, the golfer lets go of the club and it hits the camera. Or number 3, the ball hits a duck on the lake. So stand up if you think it's number 1, put your hands on your head if you think it's number 2, and put your hands in the air if you think it's number 3.
Because this is risky. Oh! It's risky. Lots of things in the water.
Is from Cuba, whose both groups are up to 5:35 now. Automatic qualifying is 5.70 m.
What happens next? Number 1, he breaks the world record. Number 2, he collides with another pole vaulter. Or number 3, the pole snaps. So stand up if you think it's number 1, put your hands on your head if you think it's number 2, and put your hands in the air if you think it's number 3.
Oh my word, look at that. The pole snapped and he's come out of that unscathed. Nonchalantly picks up 2 parts of the pole. There's a 3rd bit somewhere else. I hope it didn't hit an official. Wow, look at this. Just snapped about halfway down. He's so lucky that that bit that flew off to the left didn't hit him. Oh my word.
I think it's safe to say that the people in those videos hoped that things would turn out a little bit differently. They'd trained really hard, they'd worked really hard, they'd put loads of effort in, and then really, through no fault of their own, things went wrong. And the things that they hoped for just didn't happen. Now I want you to take a minute to discuss with your teacher or with your class, what kind of things do you hope for out of life? What do you hope for out of school? And how do you respond when the things that you hope for don't quite turn out like you planned? That footballer and that golfer and that pole vaulter in those videos didn't pin all their hopes on those situations going well. But they knew they could put their hope in their skills as sports people, whether or not things went right or wrong in that game. Hope isn't just something that you feel. Hope is something that you have. Sometimes life throws things our way that we can't control, and so often things don't turn out the way that we hope they will. But it is so important not to lose hope. Hope that your life has a purpose and hope that you were created with skills and talents, even if you've not quite figured out what they are yet. And hope that no matter what life throws your way, you will have the strength to handle it. Take a minute now to chat with your teacher and with your class. What kind of things do you put your hope in? It says in the Bible that we can put our hope in God. And in fact, it says that no one whose hope is in God will ever be put to shame. Now, does that mean that life won't throw difficult things our way? No. Does it mean that things will always go as we plan and as we hope? No, it doesn't. Putting your hope in him means knowing that he has a plan for your life and a wonderful purpose for you. That he has given you an amazing uniqueness and that he will give you the strength to handle whatever life throws your way. It means that no matter what happens today, there is always hope for tomorrow, and that no one whose hope is in him will ever be put to shame. We're going to finish our time together today by listening to a song about what it means to put our hope in God. While this song's playing, you might just want to sit quietly and listen to the words of the song. Or instead, why don't you take this time to write down that Bible verse? Maybe in your planner, or maybe on a little piece of paper to put in your pocket, or in your pencil case, or in the back of your phone. Somewhere where you will notice it and read it and be reminded to have hope every day.